All right, it says I'm live, waiting for the live red button. There we go. We got it. All right. Thank you all for coming. James and Fred so far in the blue room. Oh, where the hell do you start other than beating the shit out of the Republicans? They've lost their freaking minds. Oh, and we found out, and this was Sunday night at the meeting, I found out about it and heard some more stories about it. Some of the rioters didn't even vote in the election. Really? What the hell were you doing out there? Attempting a coup. Didn't even vote. That's batshit crazy. Uh, they want war and no government, anarchy, and chaos. And this has been verified. They checked their voting records. They didn't vote in 2020 election. Uh, and of course, we couldn't have a show without talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene tried to walk back some of the QAnon, but didn't apologize either. Like the orange president she defends, you never apologize. Too little, too late, Marjorie. Uh, from Don Lemon, should the former president be allowed to get the daily intel briefings? Hell no. He will sell anything to anyone to make money. Jen Psaki uh, says that it's under review at this time. They need to more than review it. He doesn't need any top secrets. Of course, you can't take those that he already has in his head. And I would certainly hope that action will be taken to stop it. Let's not forget Russia, if you're listening, giving secret intel about Israel to two Russians in the Oval after firing Comey, who told George Stephanopoulos if foreign country had opposition information, he would listen. He can't be trusted and being impeached. And after all, he's being impeached for the second time. Unfortunately, I don't think the Republicans uh, will probably acquit him. Uh, and we already found out after a 2-hour meeting, Republicans with Joe Biden, he's going to go ahead with his American Rescue Plan without their help. Very good, Joe, because McConnell and Republicans didn't hesitate at pointing out that we were the losers when they gave a $2 trillion tax cut to the very rich in this country. And then Donald going down to Mar-a-Lago bragging about how they were all much richer because of him. Uh, Yeah, and I just put it down in words. Personally, I think Joe Biden, should look at what Republicans did when they were in control, gave a tax break to rich corporations and strung farmers along with taxpayer money over Chinese tariffs. Excuse me. 89% of Americans say it's extremely important to enact a major COVID-19 relief bill. 86% feel it's extremely important to expand vaccinations, testing, and PPE. And the only good thing that came out of the recent news cycle, without calling Green by name, McConnell said it was a cancer on the GOP. He also defended Liz Cheney. And I saw just a few moments of Trump's defense lawyer on Fox News talking about that videos and witnesses in the trial should not be used. He's also spouting this theory about if you believe something, that makes it true. So evidently, what Diaper Don is wanting is for him to defend his stance that the election was stolen from him because of voter fraud. Give me a fucking break. And by now, most of you have seen the Rochester police handcuff and pepper spray a 9-year-old girl after a call about family trouble. The police department in Rochester has said that it wasn't right. Governor Cuomo calls for a full investigation. And this is a good case to express. In the case of having experts on the scene, police are not trained for that. Someone with some psychology experience, psychiatrist, should be on the scene of that, and they could prevent stupid situations like they had, because the police are not trained for this. And just look, I think it was to Austin where they took money away from the police department to bring in specialized help. Then we come to the deplorable case in my state of Georgia, Hamilton, Georgia Police Department. Chief of police and a patrolman pushed out over racist, misogynist remarks caught on camera. That was deplorable. In my state of Georgia. Damn. Rachel's show was from home last night. She was snowed in. This gives me a chance to talk about climate change in Kirksville, Missouri. We are getting less snow and more ice from freezing rain. It has been this way for about 2 or 3 years. We used to get our winter storms out of the northwest. When I moved up there, I was told that's where you're going to be looking for storms to come from Washington State and coming on over. Now we're getting them from southwest and the southeast. That last storm we got, maybe 1 inch of snow and mostly rain. We lucked out. We at least had a little snow cover over the ice shelf out between the sidewalk and our minivan. And I'll get back to something else about the minivan and the damage at the end of the show. Rachel compared the economic stimulus in 2009 and how Obama tried the bipartisan support that caused a slow recovery. And that has been researched. That's why the recovery was so slow. That's the reason Schumer says this time we're not going to slow the American Rescue Plan. That was January 25th when he said it. The Republicans didn't waste any time in 2017 with a tax cut. They didn't hesitate, and the Democrats lost the election and were basically told, you're losers, forget it, we're going to do what we want. From Mitch McConnell and Donnie going down to Mar-a-Lago bragging. And Jen Psaki was talking about reuniting children and families separated at our border. That's about all I got of that news conference. uh, today. Got some things accomplished, though, that I want to tell you about. Number one is I gave a call to the Adair County Health Department. Grace and I are both on a long waiting list because they're out of vaccine here in Adair County for right now. I was glad to hear that Biden's going to be having Walgreens. I've got to look up the 14 states because I could go over and talk to Walgreens 2 blocks away and they won't tell you crap. We learned that quite a while ago. And on the lighter side of the news, Fox News verifies that basically Tucker Dogface Carlson's show is opinion and bullshit. Wow, they know it too. And I didn't get much of the story on Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. I know that she's a nutcase and needs to resign or be forced out. There is no place for violent nuts in the people's capital. I think maybe they're calling to expel her. And of course, the Republicans are going to want to censure her. Holy shit. That's about all I got, but I did get that done today. It must be well known here that temporarily that they're out of vaccine because I got right through and I talked to Jamie, the lady at the health department, and gave her the information for Grace and I to be contacted when it's our turn to get the vaccine. And that has made me even happier. It also makes me happy that Biden will go ahead and call for the majority of Democrats to go ahead and get this relief bill going. Under reconciliation, it'll take a little while, but there's no time to wait. And he made the right decision. You'll remember that Susan Collins said just a few weeks ago that this wasn't the time. This was too soon to do. Stimulate the economy, get the vaccines going because of the $600 billion. And then they want to do $618 billion, 1/3 of what's needed. Oh, wait a minute. That's to slow down the economy where they can bring in a Republican in 2024 and claim they had to bring the economy back. And Joe Biden's already admitted, and through Jen Psaki, it's not going to happen overnight. There are a lot of jobs that probably won't come back, but under new green jobs, there will be a lot of jobs created and help the economy as well as our climate. Our climate's very important. And unfortunately, Marjorie, it's not lasers being shot by Jews from the moon or outer space. I can't believe I've actually got to say that about a Republican. Huh. All right. What we need to do is keep bugging them. The Republicans have got people that need to go. Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, and Marjorie Taylor Greene. They need to get out there, as well as people like Louis Gohmert. Anybody that voted against certifying Joe Biden when they knew the truth, they were just kissing Donnie's butt. And everybody should know that by now. I mean, look at his crazy defense that, if you think it's true, then that makes it true. Oh, brothers and sisters, I'm a happy person. I'm getting things accomplished. Oh, I also wanted to mention about the minivan. Uh, I used the camcorder. I've got a good picture of the side of it where it says loser. The thing is, I've taken it from my photos on the HP notebook, and it will not send it to Facebook. I sent it to the mail. It can't go anywhere related to Facebook from there. So I'm stuck with that photo. What I thought I would do is Wi-Fi will reach that car or that minivan, even if it doesn't. If I can get this thing to run without a charger for long enough, I'll walk down there uh, with this device and photograph it. That's the way I got the photograph at the park that is used on my. Let's see, that's used on Liker and I think MeWe too, where Grace and I were out at Thousand Islands State Park at one time. So if I can do it that way, load it on here, then I can send it up or should be able to because it's off this device and it's not off a separate camcorder. But I thought I would spread that along. I want people to see what I'm having to put up with driving. Uh, One guy at Murphy's, where I get my gas, he was saying, well, you could get some primer and paint over it. Yeah, I might be able to do that, but it might show through the letters, even though it's painted over. We had some vandals down at the Salvation Army Church store, the thrift store, and they're kind of like metal panels uh, there, and they vandalized them. They painted over with spray paint. You can still, if you look close, you can see what it said. Something about F the police. Oh, shit. Well, that's about all I got today. I appreciate all of you. Hello, Lisa. Hello, James. Uh, Hello, Lisa S. Hello, Sherry. All right. Got a pretty good crowd out there for a Tuesday. We're just getting into this week. It's now exactly 1 week until Diaper Don goes to trial. I want to see if he thinks he's not going to court, just going to send the attorney instead, or if he wants to be put on the stand. I doubt it. Hello, Michael. All right. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'll be in the meeting later on. Uh, Try to get there pretty quick. I like to get it shared to the groups I'm associated with and keep this thing going, people. We've got a long ways to go, and hopefully, with Joe Biden, it'll be a short time, and we will get there. Particularly on the relief. I know all of us could use a little relief. We want those vaccines out there where we can get this done before more people. I was shocked at the figures that I saw on the Adair County website uh, about COVID-19 here. There have been, I believe it was 1,200 and something new cases just since, no, wait a minute. No, it was deaths. It's now in Adair County up to 1,231 deaths, I believe. Don't hold me to that. And let's see, 30 new cases since January 27th. And I'm afraid it's probably that new variant. That's another reason we now all need, if we're going in somewhere, double mask. Hopefully, you won't have to do much. It's going to make it harder to breathe, but we have got to protect against this new thing. They don't even know now whether you might be able to get it again if you've already had it, and whether that would be more deadly or whether you wouldn't even have to be hospitalized. They just don't know at this point. And I believe it's three different variants already here in this country. All right. Hello, Micah. Everything's up for sale. No, no. I do have a couple of tablets, though, that I'm thinking about putting on Facebook Market. Uh, I can't use them. I have 5G, and neither one of these devices are new enough to be able to adapt to using 5G. So if they're no use to me, I don't see any reason to keep them around. They'll be dirt cheap. All right, that's it, folks. Look forward to seeing you at the meeting. I thank you for being here and your time. And let's keep this thing going. Uh, PayPal is an easy way to help me out, and uh, also any that are friends of you, just shoot me a PM, and I have no problem with you having my address. I do like to see your cards and letters. I'm getting less of them uh, during this time of year. That's normal anyway. But I got more when I had a P.O. box, and I'm considering I might get that again. That way, if you feel safer doing it that way, I'm in no danger uh, because Blue Dots are not going to uh, tell everybody what my address is. I know that. All right. I want you to go down, like, and share. If you're new here in the outside of the Blue Room, go ahead and subscribe. Uh, I am a Blue Dot family member, and this cause is a part of the reason I believe in my heart is the reason Joe Biden is president of the United States and Kamala Harris is vice president. We help with our grassroots movement to put them there. All right, I'll let you go with peace, resist, persist, and I mean persist. Persistent people can change the world. And I insist, keep telling Congress they have to get rid of the conspiracy theories and those believing that Joe Biden is not president of the United States, even though he was certified by the Congress. All right, that's all I got. Have a good one. I'll see you later on at the meeting. Later, y'all, and share this shit. Bye bye.